Like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Baltimore Ravens and the Indianapolis Colts. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This will be taken in at the 1. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's locked. Ebron caught left side. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
11Z. Let it roll.
They run with Hines. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
Check number 6. Reggie. 11.
They'll fake it. Now Locke. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. J.J. Watt in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Play action. Now Jackson. Trying to lay one up deep. This is caught inside the 15. A big play that time for the Ravens. 59 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this, they were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
First red zone chance now for the Ravens. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. On the run, this is Jackson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here.
Gun! Detroit!
Jackson from the shotgun. Now he's forced out left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Buying time to his left. Space to maneuver at the 40. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down.
How about that scramble by Andrew Luck? Sometimes we forget just how big, strong, and, yes, fast Andrew Luck is. When he came out of college at the Combine, shocked everyone, ran a sub-4 840.
And he grew up a big soccer guy over in Europe, so he knows how to use his feet.
That he does, and I think it has helped his legs along the way as well.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
59. 11.
From the 50, it's Love. To the right side to Eric Ebron. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Good for a Colt 1st down. The former Lion Ebron there bringing it in from Andrew Luck. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Middle.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Luck. And he hits his tight end Ebron. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down, here's Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Reggie.
Here's Hines. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis 1st down on a gain of 10. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to punt the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, and said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Back with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Colts. Off of play action. Luck. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jackson. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete. So the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a 1st down.
Good break up, baby. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold them to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's able to get up here to the 26. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. And on 3rd down, the Colts have added an extra defensive back.
Flooding the passing lanes.
They go play action with Jackson. He sets to fire deep. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
6-yard return after a punt of 48. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now the Colts offense gets ready to head back on the field. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down.
Let it roll, let it roll. We got 59. Check. Reggie.
To throw on 2nd down is Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Hilton's first catch, good for a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
Hey, easy. Rip. Middle.
Play action. It's locked. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 37. Now it's Jackson. Finding some room at midfield. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
He's quite an eyeful, isn't he? Big, strong, physical guy. When he came out of school and when I looked at my draft board, I went back through my notes to see how I had him rated. The number 2 back on my board coming out of college. Why? As I mentioned, big, strong, powerful guy, faster than you would think, and has the ability to catch the football out of the backfield, something that we didn't know he truly possessed. We saw that in the offseason workouts. Now he's putting his running ability to good use in the NFL.
Gone!
They go play action now. Jackson flush to his right. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. So 1:56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
All right, now, look at 56.
On the ground, this is Jackson. And he'll be taken down at the 34. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Play action. It's Jackson. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
Here's Sam Cook now as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. And the Colts getting ready to go. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. Had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Gun.
On first down, it's Long. Steps away to his left. Room to run past midfield. Now, I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
Now a first down throw. Luck finding a safety valve here. That's complete. Stopped short of the 25. The nice move couldn't ultimately free him. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Right, 675. 11Z. Let it roll, let it roll, let it roll.
Here's Luck now on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Now they face a third down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This is a 26-yard attempt. And Vinatieri's kick is good. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting Ravens out in front. Vinatieri out there to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out come the Ravens now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
And they'll go on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On second down, Jackson. Bringing it in, Jackson left side. They give him a gain of 37.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead. And he's able to put it through. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's the Colts now as they get ready for their first possession on offense of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Flushed out right. And this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Three down. Hey, alert 3. Tempo.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And this one is incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Baltimore. Give him 55 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. This is West, and he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Gone!
On second down, here's Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Being chased out left. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
I liked his effort there. He got it done on his own. But let's face it, he puts defenses in a really stressful spot when he takes off and runs because a lot of guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit him, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Right back to him on first down. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That's good for an Indianapolis first down on a gain of 10.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll try the air now with Locke. Eluding the pressure right. Pass incomplete.
NFL quarterbacks work so hard on their mechanics, and they do so much repetition and practice, off-season, the whole deal. They expect it to be autopilot once the games start. That way it eliminates any type of pressure of the game, pressure of people in your face, all of that. That didn't shine through on that throw, though, did it?
No. A little bit of a dangerous pass and off target, too. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Throwing on third down, Locke. It's brought in complete. It's John Brown. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They do get 9, but it leads to fourth down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the fourth quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The Colts unable to convert here on fourth down. And the Ravens are going to get the football back. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone.
They go play action here on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Andrews. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough. Swing the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Now Jackson. Forced out to his left. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Keeps himself upright. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Like the footwork back there. I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. Taken in at the 11. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do. From the gun, here's Love. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. Here's Love. He's going deep for Brown. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary, they really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Now it's Love. Try to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. Luck and the Colts come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Check the backer.
A run by Mack to start the drive. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. So that one will be accepted. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. This is Hines. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
Key right.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Ground right.
staying on the ground with Matt. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he's on to punt for Indianapolis. Elsewhere, a fourth-quarter score now from Tampa. The Chiefs have added on. They're pulling away in that one. If they could win that game, it would mean win number 11 for them on the season. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 27. Now they try the right side here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Gone!
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They run again with Jackson. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they get him down right near the midfield stripe. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Didn't get to the sticks, but that's an ideal carry there on 1st down, isn't it?
I mean, now you're 2nd and 1. Although, you know, in the NFL, even if he picked up the 1st down, I don't think it's a big difference because the clock doesn't stop.
Yeah, not like college.
Right. If it's college football, you want to make 2nd and 1 is probably better than picking up the 1st down because in college football, the clock stops with every 1st down and actually aids the defense in that situation.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now a handoff looking right. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead them to 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now Marshall. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, You've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. Are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. A road win in the National Football League.